Hey everyone, I'm Princess Link, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2. Chapter 17. All Raiden could see was the bulky silhouette of a man wearing a coat. That's him? One of the figures shut the Venetian blinds on the window. Now it was impossible to see anything except for gray silhouettes. Raiden cursed silently, but then remembered he had a very useful tool. He pointed the directional microphone at the control room window. The other man addressed the one Ames referred to as Snake. King, that man's dead. It doesn't matter, King Snake answered. King Snake. King Bradley, more like. Saves us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves. Why'd he betray us? Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise. I'll have his background rechecked, just in case. King paused. You think he was working for them? We can't discount the possibility, especially with that intruder still at large. Yes, the man in the sneaking suit. You know more about those suits than I do, but Foxhound disbanded 4 years ago, so it must be the Patriots. The football team. Huh? Raiden thought, the Patriots? Who the hell are they? What about the damage to Shell 2? King asked. The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding. Then seal the connecting pathway between shells 1 and 2. The Semtex and RIR sensors are already in place. Any effect on it? No. What about the president? The password entry has already been made to the black case. In 1 hour, we'll need confirmation from him. His work's done after that. Make sure you keep him alive till then. Yes, I know. Ames was right, Raiden thought. They only need the president for his vital signs until the nuke's launched. After that, he's expendable. What about the unit's activation? King asked. Almost complete. The code's already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to cite the system. The usual method, I assume? No, the drugs took care of everything. King turned his back on the other man. Only a few more steps to outer heaven. Outer what? Raiden thought, who are these guys? And what girl are they talking about? He heard the sound of a door opening. Someone else entered the control room, casting a thinner shadow on the blinds. More curves. A woman. Who's that cyborg ninja, Shala Shaska? She asked with a heavy Russian accent. I cannot even guess. What about you? She asked King. I'm having the matter looked into. Olga, the other man said. Don't cast suspicion where it isn't due. Where it isn't due? She asked with venom. When you watched my father die and did nothing. The man called Shala Shaska sighed. It's been 2 years, Olga. Let it go. I read the file on Shadow Moses, by the way, she said with sarcasm. Olga, how could you suspect me? You're Evolver Ocelot. You think I can trust you? I know that the ninja's not one of my men. How meaningful you make that sound, Ocelot said. If Sergei was still alive, if the old man was still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you, Olga announced. Olga, Sergei was my best friend, who I shot and killed for, no reason. She interrupted him with a cold whisper. If you sell us out, Ocelot, I'll kill you myself. Raiden heard a pistol cock. Ocelot had drawn a gun on the woman. Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again. Olga just chuckled lightly. If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead. Stop this fighting, King demanded. I took you both in when no one else would. Do you think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. It was obvious that King was the leader, for the other two immediately stopped their bickering. But whether or not he really was Snake, as Ames said, was still a question in Raiden's mind. I'd recommend against switching camps, King told the other two. You've nowhere left to go. Raiden heard the woman jumble under her breath, and then there were some quick footsteps and the sound of the door opening. She'd left the room. All at once, the man called Ocelot started moaning as if he were in pain. He grunted through his teeth. It's happening again? Liquid asked. This damn nighttime! Liquid! Raiden heard Ocelot attempt to restrain whatever is happening to his arm, and then something very curious occurred. The heartbeat he'd pinpointed as Ocelot's was joined by a second rhythm. Was he interpreting the sounds incorrectly? The man couldn't have two hearts, could he? It's almost as if it's having its revenge, Ocelot shouted. How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world. I never trust a French man. Well, shut up and give yourself the injection. I'm trying. Raiden heard some fumbling, a couple snaps, the ripping of a paper strip. Ocelot was using a hypodermic on himself. After a few seconds, his protestations diminished. There's something going on, he said. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that intruder's presence. Ocelot, I'll leave this place in your hands. I'll take care of the intruder. Yes, King. The door opened and Snake left the room. The conversation was over. Raiden lowered the directional mic and turned back to Ames. Is that really Solid Snake? That's what he claims, Ames answered. I thought Snake was dead. Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them. Two of them? Take them down one at a time. And that's impossible. Ames peered at the control room to make sure they were safe. Anyway, what did you manage to catch? They said password input was complete. I thought so. You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the president willingly. That's right. So this means the president's cooperating with them? It would have to be, yes. Why? Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us. A puppet? What do you mean? Raiden asked. We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then. Ames looked hard at Raiden and nodded slightly. Raiden blinked. He wants me to assassinate the president. Hold on. I'm no assassin. What's going on here? What do you mean, fire the nuke? The nuke's nowhere close to the ransom deadline. Ransom? $30 billion in cash. What are you babbling about? Ames shook his head in disbelief. The nuclear strike's not a threat. It's been the objective all along. What? They plan to slaughter millions of people? No. A high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect. Yeah, total disruption of electric equipment caused by EMMA pulse. I don't know what that means. Textbook answer. When an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, it results in electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter. Most electronic equipment will be toasted in an instant. And this is what they plan to do right over Manhattan. Raiden felt the surge of adrenaline. The New York Stock Exchange will suffer the same fate. If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression. Black Monday will look like a picnic in comparison. But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan, pull it offline, and turn it into some kind of republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose. Sons of Liberty? That's what the colonel had called them. Ames looked beyond Raiden and his eyes widened. Ocelot's coming. I'm going offline. Search my right pocket. Hurry! Raiden did so and found a PAN card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security with that. Use it to get the shell too. Take care of the president before they launch that nuke. Ames switched out of nano-communication mode and then averted his eyes. Raiden stood and ready to say okay, just as Revolver Ocelot approached them. His face clinked as he walked. The man was truly an imposing figure, tall with long golden locks and a duster coat that was right out of his spaghetti western. Who are you? He asked Raiden. An enemy soldier heard Ocelot and ran forward. He pointed his AK at Raiden and commanded, show your face! Ocelot gestured toward Ames, indicating the missing blindfold and gag. What do you think you're doing? Ames answered for the operative. I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see. Ocelot smiled. I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars. What are you talking about? No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. Ames's mouth dropped open. Apparently, he thought his cover was foolproof. Ocelot drew his revolver and pointed it at the man's head. They knew that the president was planning to betray them, so they sent you in to keep tabs on him, am I right? You, sorry, Colonel, you failed to carry out your duties. Ames sputtered. You'll never escape the Lalulelo. They say, Lalulelo. Why do you keep... It's Lalulelo. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, Mayman Benson? Ocelot spun the revolver in his hand. Is that so? He caught the 6-shooter by the grip and pointed it once again at Ames. But before he could pull the trigger, Ames suddenly clawed at his chest in agony. He cried out in pain and convulsed. What the? Ocelot said, stepping back. You tricked me, Ames managed to gasp. I understand. Now, you're... But whatever is gripping his heart made a decisive final squeeze. Ames choked and fell over, dead. It had happened in an instant. Biden stood there stunned. His instinct was to step forward and examine the man, but Ocelot turned to him with a revolver pointed at his chest. You! Which team are you with? Biden remained silent. Show me your face. The other militiaman raised his rifle. Ocelot addressed the soldier. You know who he is? No, he's not one of mine, the guide answered. Identify yourself. Biden reluctantly moved the balaclava. His long white hair fell to his shoulders. Ocelot's eyes sparkled and he nodded. We meet at last! The villain raised the handgun to Biden's forehead. The operative stared ahead stoically, resignation in his eyes. A clatter above them. Movement, a flash of silver. The cyborg ninja materialized from overhead, his sword almost on Ocelot's left arm before the killer managed to swing it out of the way. The newcomer stood in front of Biden and pushed the operative back. The militiaman fired a burst at the ninja with his AK, but the ninja's super fast, one word, blade deflected the bullets. The rounds ricocheted away, and several of them found hostages. The unfortunate victims cried out in surprise and pain. Hold your fire! Ocelot shouted. The militiaman stopped. We need the hostages alive! The ninja looked at Biden and said, Hurry, get away! Leave this to me! Ocelot tilted his head as he gazed at the warrior. You? But you died! Ocelot took a step back as an assault team rushed toward them from the back of the hall. Biden turned and ran for the security door. Gunfire erupted behind him. As he slipped safely out of the room, he stole a glance back. The cyborg ninja was holding his own, defending himself against a hurricane of gunfire with a single samurai blade. It's called the katana, dummy. Biden had never seen anything like that before. That guy really is on my side, he thought. His inclination was to say no, but he knew that this was his only chance to get out of here and continue his mission. Whatever the hell it was now. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!